Hello, welcome to the Man Cave. Here we are. It was Friday, the 9th of January, and I'm here with Major, and we're just going to go ahead and get into it. We're going to add Lee in, add stage.
Hey. Sorry for the tardiness. I was just finishing dinner.
We just went live a moment ago, and I was just about to open up. No holds bar. We might as well. We have Major, and of course Lee McGrady joining us from nearby. And we're gonna go ahead and with the get the motherfuckers going with Brexit. What the hell's going on? No, I'm just pissed off that Dot's Christmas gift got held up in Birmingham for like 9 days with no accountability, and now it's held up in customs because it went from Germany to the UK, and now it can't get to me because it left the EU, and now it's trying to come back. So thank you.
Why has it gone from Germany to fucking England to come back here?
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to investigate that. I'm not getting a straight answer about that, but yeah, that was, and then it sat in Coventry for 9 days for no particular reason.
Well, I'm not going to be on long tonight.
Okay, that's all right. All right.
Finish making dinner, and Anna and Marguerite just made up for dinner.
I've lost you completely. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
I can hear you now, Chris. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, Chris. I already brought up Brexit. Already brought up issues with Coventry, and then Garbo joined like speak of the devil. Yeah. Oh, what do you got tonight, Garbo?
I'm all right. I'm bloody cold, isn't it? I don't like this. Didn't come to Portugal for this.
Yeah.
It's not why we live in.
No, I seriously needed to consider getting an igloo made, this time of year. So, yeah, because I just came in.
I know what you guys are whinging about. You want to see what?
What?
I know what you guys are whinging about. You want to be in London, mate. I tell you, it's flipping freezing. Honestly, you've seen me. I've been looking like a Star Wars extra for the last 3 months.
Well, Tess sent me a picture of the dashboard on the car Wednesday, as it was -7. And then I spoke to her tonight and said they've had snow on and off all week in Rochdale. So she's not happy about it.
Yeah, it is bad. Birmingham in particular, they closed the runway at Birmingham Airport.
Okay, this
and
is what
they had it.
Yeah, that's what I was asking because part of Dot's Christmas present went from Germany to Birmingham and it sat there for 9 days, and now it's held up in customs because it left Germany, left the EU, and then tried to come back again, and now I can't get any word in edgewise what's going on with it. But yeah, so there has been weather issue because that was the latest information I got is that it got held up because of weather issues in Birmingham.
Yeah, they've had exploding snow.
Exploding snow. What's exploding snow?
Yeah, I wonder who they're
blaming
that
snow.
on. Chris, who are they blaming that on? So yeah.
Well, apparently it's snowing and raining and lightning all at the same time. That's the weather phenomenon that we've had over the last I would say 24 hours, 48 hours around the Birmingham and the Midlands area and parts of Wales.
That sounds really good fun, but
I know.
It doesn't snow. It doesn't snow and lightning at the same time. That just doesn't happen.
It can.
I know.
It's rare, but it does happen. Yeah.
No, it doesn't happen in England.
Okay.
I've never known it to lightning and snow at the same time. No.
Okay.
That's bizarre.
Me neither.
No, I'm saying it usually does not happen, but there are occasions when it's very rare when it does happen.
So I've got a conspiracy theory.
Good.
And Chris has just added to it. I was already thinking about it. I was already thinking that the wet weather we've had over winter.
I just realized. Hold on. I just realized I'm hosting. I got to put up whatever that banner is. Forget the score for the show. Where's the one where where's our banners? Sorry. You keep going and just don't get us. I don't care if we get banned. Go ahead. What's your conspiracy theory?
The British farmers have been giving it to the government for the last 6 months. But we've also had the wettest winter for years, which is going to destroy the crops and destroy the farming. So maybe this is the government fucking around with the weather systems to kill off the farmers. So snow and lightning at the same time doesn't happen. Doesn't happen in England. So maybe it's a good conspiracy theory that the government are doing it on purpose. They've got aeroplanes dropping aluminium into the atmosphere.
Should I go to the Tony Blair Institute and see what they have about weather manipulation?
Oh, he'll be behind it somewhere. Yeah, he'll be well involved in some ways. The right prick.
No, I know the source. Okay, here, join us if you got your conspiracy theory. If you know what's going on with the weather in the UK. I don't see the banners just to put up about Garble. You've hosted before. Where is that stupid one thing that comes?
The banners. It's on your control panel on the right hand side, and it's
I'm trying to find the one that says here's warning. It's because I got to do this thing. There we go. Got it.
Mind you, they've changed the interface again, haven't they? So
yeah.
Who knows?
Oh, it's different on your end as well. Yeah, because the last few weeks I've been behind the scenes, even though Andy was running it. Lord Andrew, sorry. Okay.
I'm gonna duck out and change positions. I'm in the kitchen at the moment. I'm gonna move to the balcony. Put my fucking jacket on. Yeah. And get my cigarettes on the way past. I'll be back in a moment.
Yeah, get a safety harness. Okay.
So, Garvo, how you been keeping? You're looking rather Guantanamo Bay today.
Well, it's the winter beard, isn't it? It's cold enough to start growing the winter beard now, so.
It's just really funny because I never actually see you with a beard normally, or even stubble.
Oh, I do. At least once a year I grow a beard.
Because you've got a World War II type of moustache there. When you see the real estate for your moustache, you can see that would be a World War II style moustache. What number one? Tell you
It's off the blind across the old channel there.
Yeah, I figured out how to kick. I figured out how to kick Garvo out, but I'm trying to make him full screen here. Does that do it?
I'm amazed how much grey's in it now. I mean, that's only a bit of stubble. So when it fully gets going,
that's not so much gray. You're doing well.
Well, I don't know. Well, look at that. That's proper bit of badger going on there now.
Yeah, but there's enough pepper there. There's enough pepper there to give me hope. So, all right, I'll take a full screen. If I can remember how to, yeah.
We'll see what it looks like next week, shall we?
Wait, that's not what we want. Ooh, that okay. Oh,
sorry, Seth.
Here we go. There's a guy who's got the.
Yeah.
He knows what's going on with the gray. Yeah.
Clean shaven. Neat.
Do you know what, Pete? As you came on then, you reminded me of Keith Chegwin in Checkers Plays Pop. Where are you, Keith?
Oh, Checkers Play Pop was brilliant. I love the fact that he was literally drunk on Old Spice most of the time that he was doing all of those shows. And then do you remember he did that naked thing on Channel 5, Chris? That was he presented the whole show naked, which for Keith Chegwin's physique is probably not the best idea in the world to do. But yeah, no, Keith was a hilarious blast from the past there, definitely. Oh man.
So how's your week been?
Yeah, really lovely, actually.
Yeah. Chris, I forgot. We spoke earlier, pre-show, and you're hosting, I guess. So let me do. How was your week? Show. Boom. There we go. Go ahead, take it away, Chris. You can run the show.
Okay, so Pete, how's your week been?
Right, I've got a prop to show you. So my week has been pretty cool.
Wait, let me figure out how to give you full screen. Hold on. There we go. Oh, not yet. Oh, well, no. Here we go.
It's found Diane.
No, I don't want you full screen. Yeah.
Hi, Di.
How was your week?
This.
Okay.
Is really cool, man. Honestly,
right. You know what? We should have held you for a little bit later because Lee went to go change to the balcony. Yeah.
That's what right.
But this This is
Well,
the.
I don't know if there's a wrong way. It's like there's your yeah.
It's fantastic. It's really good.
I mean, you have 10 fingers, so you figure out which one the right way is for a couple times, and you figure it out. So
this looks like.
wait.
This looks like the.
Pete.
like-
We just Lee just joined here. I'll show you your friend Lee. Lee.
Oh, okay.
As you know, Major, aka Black Chris, is interviewing everyone tonight. But Pete just did a little show and tell. So because I think Lee might have something to follow up with it.
Oh, nothing disgusting.
Wait, no, hold on. Oh no,
This is the
we're
cage
gonna
hole.
see how it heals. Hold on, here we go. We can see how it's healing.
I love
Here we go.
these, honestly.
This is the cage hole. This is the cage hole foreskin.
Yeah, that has got some serious 19th century steampunk action going on that. So
Oh man, it's got some.
I'm worried though.
It's got some really cool little.
I'm worried because you're pointing it towards your penis. You're pointing it towards yourself.
Put your will in the hole there.
Oh, not a gun.
What's really good about it is that it's absolutely silent. So the first thing Lee's going to notice when he's trying to break in beyond the apocalypse is an arrow sticking out of someone else. That's the only time he's going to hear it. So it's really good. Honestly, I can't believe how quick the fucking thing is. Honestly, when you're firing it, you can't.
What
see
pound?
So
What pound per square inch is it?
it's 90. But you can tone it down. So I haven't got it at 90 because it's too
Okay, no, you can't pull a 90-pound bow.
I can pull a 90-pound boat. I pulled a 75-pound boat. I'll be fair, right? But you can tone it down as much as you want. So it goes from 90 to 30, which is not bad, right? But it's the speed of it and how easy it is to use. Honestly, any of you could fire it. You don't have to use. You're not gripping the string. You know when you grip the string and it's a pain in the ass and your fingers off.
Yeah,
right?
this is why I mentioned my finger with it. I pull it back and then
I'll show you. I'll get it. Give me a second.
It's got a little clip. It's got a little pin drop for it. It's got a little clip for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll end up with the English and French thing. So yeah.
So this little thing, it's a little clip of the trigger that goes around your wrist, and then that basically
you clip that to the string instead of using your precious little hand. Yeah.
What these limbs do at the end here is that, Lee, when you're holding the full weight of the bow,
yeah.
With these compound bows, what they do is it takes the weight off. So you go from holding like 90 to about 30, or in my case from about 40 to about 15, and it means you can hold it for ages and really get your sights in. So I'm looking forward to some hair for dinner.
What sights have you got? Have you got is it like a battery powered one, or is it just a simple plastic clip one?
No, it's battery powered, and I've got which I need to fit soon. I've got some heads that I need to fit. I'm waiting for some glue.
Has it got a rangefinder on it?
Yeah, so I've got a full
fucking all the toys.
Yeah,
okay.
And a silencer.
Do yourself a favour. Have a look online.
Silencer?
Have a look online at a thing called Luminox.
I'll tell you what I've got, Lee, that will kill you off on this one. I've already got a night vision one. So I've got a night vision sight that I had from the crossbow, which is absolutely awesome. So
Luminox, a little pins that got the end of your arrows, and they flash.
Yeah, you can get those at the I've got those. Yeah.
So when you lose it in the grass, you can find it. You can find your arrow again.
Flip it. I've already got one I've completely shattered and lost. So, but the speed it comes off at is just unbelievable. It's like I think they can do something like new 360 kilometers an hour on your range. So really, it's much more silent than a gun, and it's a lot more kind of a lot quicker. But for the wildlife out here, if I'm going to eat some hare stew and stuff like that, it's going to be really nice. I just need Di now to perfect the driving while I sneak up on them in the Tesla and then just hit them from behind. That's what I need to do. So
what's really bizarre is, Pete, I've just set an archery aisle up in the garage. I've just bought a bow.
Oh,
I know. That's good. I got a quick question though. Like you mentioned the light up ones, the little pins, but do they do they do a boomerang attachment so it comes right back for you, like take off the hair. You can set it in the balcony, like it retrieves it for you. And if you miss, obviously, then you got to be careful inbound. Yeah, but they don't.
And all of you,
they don't have a vent bow that can. Yeah.
Another thing I'm doing is I'm building a sauna out the back here as well. So I have to invite you all up to come and try that out. So I'm going to put it on the view at the backdrop here. I think we'll probably start building next week. So I've got some good cedar.
You have a steam room as well.
Well, I don't.
You should have
I don't really want a steam room. The sauna's perfect for here anyway, and it means that I can probably
motherfucking major, like you get a sauna. Like, is there a steam room as well? So I'm gonna have a strip.
If you're gonna put a sauna in, and I get some hunting, I'm gonna be up there fucking early fucking April.
Well, I'm getting a jacuzzi in as well, but that's not going to be until after the winter sort of dies.
Do you know what?
No, I don't want to.
I've decided I'm just going to stick with the name Major now. I've decided, and I think Pete, as the Major, I think you need the steam room, you need the sauna, you need the jacuzzi, and like you've got David Lloyd, the gyms, right? So you can have Pete Bleach, the gyms, literally, and then you can start doing.
Gyms are for you've got most gyms are for gay men to kind of pick up on the gay men. On the whole, and
but you've got the land. You've got the land. You don't need to worry about all the exercise stuff. You can just say to people, look, come to Bleachers. I'm doing the marketing for you now. Come to Bleachers for that lovely get away from it all, so you can just chill out and have that lovely relaxing time. Meet Lee. He'll teach you how to chop wood.
No. I mean, Chris, yes, of course. That's the marketing, but the reality is, you relax, you get tenderized, you get moisturized. It'd be no reason why someone's rubbing butter on you, and then also he releases the gate, and then then out comes the bow, and some fresh meat while people trying to run for the trees. Yeah,
it's quite fun.
Yeah, the brochure will definitely lure him in, and then of course between Lee and Pete, they'll take the rest of them out. So yeah,
if that bow goes above 75, you'll get to the pigs with it.
It will go straight through them. Honestly, that's why I need those flashing. What are they called? Nibs, aren't they? The bits at the end that flash. They're really
Luminox.
Yeah, but they go on, and then you can turn them off only when they're on the bowstring, which is quite interesting.
Lee, I think they're called Luminox, right? Anyways, Lee, tell us about your bow and your plan for what kind of game you're running. So I'll make you first. How was your week? Here.
I was in. I was coming home. There was a traffic jam on the bridge, and I needed to go to Leroy Merlin anyway. I spoke to you when I was at Leroy. I was buying.
So because you told me about what I thought was a boat, but it turns out it was a bow, but I didn't follow up with what you actually got.
I went to Leroy and got everything I needed for the week ahead. Then I went into Decathlon
and a little something for me because you're a gentleman like that. Yeah. Well, for my lady.
I went to Decathlon and I had a quick look in there. They got like a target set up for like €50. But they've got this really basic ring sword bow in there. So I called in today and picked one up.
Hey, I've got a whole load of arrows and some stuff for that as well. So if you need any, don't buy any arrows, man. I've got loads, so don't buy any more.
You're a hoarder. Yeah. But what you're saying is try to come and get them though. You're trying to lure them up. Yeah.
The starter kit came with 2 arrows in it. But then there was an additional pack of 3 for a tenner. But the shit.
My hunting shop sells them, but doesn't sell the ones I want. So that bow is from the States, right? I hate to say it, Ken. You are specialists at shooting everything in America. It doesn't matter what kind of thing. If it moves, you'll shoot it. So, and they do make the best bows. They've got
and we'll blame the victim afterwards, whether it be the hare or a pig or someone else. Yeah.
I have about
every animal, man or livestock is a potential domestic terrorist. So
I might be asking you for bow parts when you come over next, like little bits, because you can take the heads over without any problem, which is quite handy. Some of them are you can't use. I've tried using those some of the bladed heads I've got, Lee, and it just rips the target to shreds.
No, they're not for target. They're for hunting with.
Exactly, yeah. So if the ball,
they're not for target. They're not for target shooting. They're just for hunting with.
They are amazing.
But you've got to be careful that if you change the head on the arrow,
I'm going to create a banner.
You'll have to readjust. You'll have to readjust your sights because they do that additional weight over 30 yards does make a bit of a difference.
Yeah, I've got all into my what do they call the weight on it? Grain, isn't it? It's the number of
the grain. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is quite fun. I'll be honest, it's not bad. And I had Nick round. I don't know if any of you lot watch Project Portugal, which is a little.
Of course not.
He's really nice, actually. He's a really nice bloke. He helps out with loads of things. So I'm building it with him, and he's built 4 already. So, and he's got all the wood supplies around here. So that'll be super handy. I need a glass door though, Lee. If you know anyone that sells tough and reinforced glass, is the one I'm after. Heat resistant. That's it.
There we go. I got it. We got ourselves a little banner there. Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
We'll do this. We'll bring that up every segment as we progress through the spring and as hunting season commences. We'll make sure the bow boys, the bow boys. Yeah.
I set the range up in the garage sort of late this afternoon and did like 15 minutes at it. Then I had to go and pick Eve up, and then I went back down to go to get firewood and had another 15 minutes at it. So I went. I started off at 5 meters.
Did you set up?
I started off at 5 meters. I'm at 15 now.
Oh, mate, I
was wondering. So you expanded beyond just like your garage space. You're using the entire garage, that whole.
Oh yeah, I'm using the entire garage. It's 15 meters dead from one door to the back wall.
Oh mate,
I was saying because your actual garage space, you're better off with a dartboard. Yeah, then yeah.
No, I don't. Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun. You can do it with the arrows Lee's got. I had a set just like that, and I still use them. They're still brilliant to use. They're really good fun. But with this thing, it just makes it 100 times easier and loads faster. So you've got a realistic chance of actually hunting something. As Lee said, I've set the sights in because I've been shooting from out the balcony. I've been doing a bit of an Auschwitz camp commandant sort of thing.
In uniform.
With the boots on and the jacket, yeah. No, so I've been doing that, but actually I really should be shooting flat, well, more flat, even though we've got a lot of land, just so I can get the rangefinder in better. So, but it makes you look really good, Kent, without having to. It's perfect for a kid. It's like the perfect thing because the likelihood is they'll hit the target, they'll get a good grouping, and then they'll get into archery. If you give them something really horribly hard, like a normal bow, I also shot my mate's normal string bow, and that's 75 pounds, and that's hard to shoot. You don't get anywhere near the distance. You don't get.
I've ordered that. I've just ordered one on Amazon about 3 hours ago. From Hungary, I've ordered. I used to have when I was in Scotland. I had the Hungarian hunting bow, so I found the nearest thing I can to it on Amazon, and just ordered it like 3 hours ago.
Oh, they are.
But I did deer with that, fox, geese, rabbit. I killed a fox once with it.
This will be a piece of piss for you, Pete, honestly. I can't believe how much better it is. It's like going from like a black and white fuzzy TV to HD. It's just like it makes it.
The thing is, Pete, I've shot that kind of bow before, and it's just too easy.
It's really easy.
It's just too easy. I need a bit of a challenge. And
but
when I used to hunt with a bow, anything over 15 meters was a no for me. So a lot of the sport of it was getting close enough to actually be able to use the bow.
This is going to be like 60 to 80 meters, but in saying that, I think it will still take a bit of skill, but you'll be able to make sure you get a heart shot straight away, which is way better than trying to fire with my terrible accuracy with a bow like that. I'm not good enough with it. So with that, I look great. With a normal bow, I look shit. So I think
it's just practice. It's just when I first started bow hunting, the guy I was going out with said you need at least 1,000 hours a month fired That's a lot of hours. That's like 5-6 hours a day, just going at it all the time. Just going at it all the time. Just thinking about it all the time. Just keeping everything clean, practicing. I never did 1,000 hours. That's what the pros reckon you need. I never did that because I got a little bit closer. I just worked on. I never, like I said, anything over 15 meters for me was a no-no. So, but some of those guys, they're doing 50 to 75 meters.
Am I losing you or are you losing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking ridiculous. I can't see that far. I can't see that far. People are killing deer at that distance. Oh, fuck that. But your land's ideal for it. Your land's ideal for it. You can put a little high seat up in a chair, put a little platform up in a tree.
We've got
you can sit underneath it and just shoot straight down at them.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. Well, they're not going to be looking. Their eye level isn't anywhere near where you're going to be. So, yeah.
But you're going to be 5-7 meters away up a tree. It's fucking easy.
Even on the balcony here, or even at the top of the land, I've got a nice little bench on a pill on the top of the land, and that I can see down.
No, but seriously, Pete, like what Lee was saying about the video, you want to be up close, you want to see them bleed. So like you can get some GoPro.
That's awful.
Is it breaking up? My is everyone breaking up because I'm having a problem? I don't know if it's my signal or
you sound clear to me.
Is it because? Oh no, because everyone else seemed to be stuttering. I didn't know. Yeah, I know I do stutter, but yeah.
I mean, not said a word all night,
but I don't know.
Does that help? Gabby, how's your week been? How's your week been, Gabby?
Thank you for. Thanks for tickling Garvo because because I was concerned he was frozen, but he did say he was very cold, very very cold. Is he like frozen death with pipe behind him? So yeah. All right. How was your week, Garvo?
The same old story. Work. Do this, do that. But yeah, cold. I'm just listening to this, and why we need bows. What's happening to rifles and shotguns and
They make so much noise, though, Gary, and it's quite nice with this in terms of I don't know, being able to hunt something without going is quite nice for me. And
I love it. Like you'd be surprised because I'm not a hunter guy, but I actually did a lot of archery because I had a crappy bow that my father gave me that was probably like the the cheapest, most painful one you could. And as far as shooting 1,000 arrows, like whatever, like, cause you get the blistery, bleedy fingers. Cause I didn't, it was just me and a string. And then my father had a proper compact, like big ass bow. And, compound, but I don't know if it was compound, but it was a big ass bow. It might have been compound, but this is like
what Pete's got is a compound bow.
Without aging myself, this would have been like the late 70s, early 80s. So whatever was big enough. He used it to take out deer. So basically, it was a proper deer thing. Whatever late 70s technology was, he had that. And so he would give me this. Because I used to be in this small thing that I would just set up my little archery set, and then I would get his big bow, and it was like Jesus, it was a struggle because I was like I did it for years. I did it from probably around 9 until I discovered girls. Okay, but I didn't actually discover girls. I went to all boys school. It was hard to discover them. But it's like probably until 13 or something like that. I shot a lot of arrows, Lee. So I did know my way around a bow, but not the modern technology that the thing that. So it was a struggle and it was painful, and especially after you pop a couple blisters. So.
Well, to Gary's question, bow hunting in the UK is illegal, Gary. It's been illegal for centuries. Yeah, you're not allowed to hunt with a bow in England.
I thought
unless the French invade, right?
I was going to say, I thought it was still technically in statute that you're going to do your bow practice every Sunday.
I imagine somewhere in the UK that's still on the law books. Yeah, but no, you're not allowed to hunt. You're not allowed to hunt with bows anymore.
There's a lot of law books that you have to go. Yeah.
But I used to walk the dog around Buckley Hall Prison a lot. and there was a lot of deer there that I could never get access to with a rifle because obviously I'm next to a prison, and they wouldn't appreciate it. So I got thinking about how I can cull the deer by the prison. So I got talking to a guy. I got hold of a bow, and that set me off on a whole different angle of hunting. Because as you know, I used to shoot rifles and shotguns all the time. But bow hunting is just a little bit more primitive, a little bit more technical.
Yeah. I mean, that's why my father he didn't hunt very often, but he did because he had all the all the rifles and all that shit. But he liked when he and his mates went out, they liked being the guy on the bow. So yeah.
But in America, the bow hunting season starts before the rifle shooting season, so they get like 4 weeks extra. So in a lot of states in America, you can hunt with a bow before you can hunt with a rifle legally.
Yeah. But knowing my father, he would not let us know that there was a season, and he would just disappear and probably just head down to the pub. But like, I'm off for the weekend. We're going to Wisconsin to get some deer, and we struck out. But he'd probably just having a bender.
But when I was up in Scotland and we had the start of the wild boar problem, the wild boars were just moving into Scotland when I was there. So sort of 1998, 99. And a lot of it was in really thick woodland where you just couldn't get a shot off anyway. You couldn't see more than 20 yards with a rifle or a shotgun. So we started baiting them and putting stands in above. And the best way to kill them then was with a bow. Because you could do 2 or 3 in a night where once you fired a gun, they were gone.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So Lee, is there a plaque in Scotland with your name? I know there's a plaque elsewhere, but yeah, I always like to ask people in a conversation like,
there really should be a plaque in Scotland with my name on it. But
I feel like you like this, the St. Patrick of Scotland for driving the boars out. Which, by the way, I'm aware that there is the famous Boers War, so I should be very careful about driving the boars out. Yeah.
I was watching a program on the Field Sports Channel last week about the numbers of boar now in Scotland. And when we were there, people didn't appreciate how bad it was going to get, how quickly it was going to get. So it's sort of 20 years, it's gone from a few male pigs, because there were only ever males that we ever killed, because that's all there were, coming up from the Lake District. And now they're in the Highlands, and they reckon over 2,000 wild boar in Scotland now. But we were right on the border. We were right in Dumfries. And what happens with the pigs is the females will stay with the group because they live in family groups. So the females will stay and the young pigs will get pushed out. So we always got the young boar that come up into Scotland. When I was shooting there, it was always males. I think out of the 30 or 40 I saw dead, one of them might have been a female. The rest were all males, and the ones I killed were all males. So
yeah, well, if they were exploring, they probably sent the young troopers out like that. Yeah.
Well, I'm
sure Nuno was when he took the scouts about wandering into Scotland.
The young boar gets sent out, and they stay in little groups of 3 and 4 together until they get to a certain age. I can't remember what it is, maybe 2 years old, when the hormones kick in. And then they get really big. I mean, really big. And because there's no competition for the food sources up there, they put on weight really quickly. And so they were like the tip of the spear or the tip of the arrow, Pete, sticking to it. Yeah. They were like the first ones to come into the country, into Scotland. But the Lake District had problems with for 20 years before that. So it took a long time to get there, but now they're overrunning Scotland. Yeah.
Gary, if you fire a gun either at yours or at mine, it reverberates around the entire valley, right? It always sounds, doesn't matter where anyone fires a gun, it sounds like it's right bloody next to you because of the fact that it echoes around the entire valley. Here, if you fire a bow, that honestly, you can't hear it. All you hear is the thud of what it impacted into. That's it. Honestly, they are absolutely silent. It's so different from firing the bows that like Lee and your dad were firing, Kent, as well. It's a different experience, and it's so quick. You don't
I
see
mean, it wasn't quiet. There was a a good yeah. You did hear the bow was really silent. Yeah.
Well, apparently, I made a mistake on that. You know that thing I showed you with the clip. If I'm hunting deer, because it's attached by Velcro, apparently the deer will hear the Velcro strain when you bring the bow back. So we've got one.
Why I've never used it.
One.
Why I've never used one. You can actually hear the click. They can hear the click when you click it. There is a sound. There's an audible sound when you click the armor when you release it.
It's not that. Honestly,
no, I've shot a couple. Yeah, I've shot a couple that have been at sort of 15 meters. And when you let the arrow go and the string drops, you can see them duck. You can see them tense up. But the difference with a bow and a bullet is the bullet will disintegrate or bounce off. Where an arrow, especially one with a sharp edge to it, you just cut straight through. And so when you shoot a rifle, you're looking for like an impact point where you can do the most damage as quick as possible. Where with an arrow, you're looking to bleed them out as quick as possible.
Yeah, lungs or heart.
Yeah, so lungs, heart.
Yeah.
Really sort of that upper central point behind the shoulders on a deer. On a pig, it'll be a little bit higher. But it's not a pretty sight when you kill one, Pete.
Well, I know it's not pretty. Well, I'll tell you what, this was awful. One of our friends.
Well, it's not gonna be pretty if you're knocking down, if you're taking out a hare with like whatever, you're 350 kilometers an hour.
Well,
you might be barely gonna get a pelt out of that thing after you destroy it.
She hired someone to kill her pigs today, right? And they came round, killed them, and said refused to butcher them. They didn't know how to butcher them. You've got to butcher it straight away, right? That's the whole point. The meat's going to get tainted otherwise. So our other mate had to come around and butcher it for him. But it's stupid. Why on earth would you say, "Oh, I'll agree to kill something" if you know you haven't got the skill to butcher it afterwards? Me and Di, one of the first things we did when we got to Portugal was went to Joe's and learned how to butcher a few animals, right? So I know I can do. I've done rabbit before. I've done quite a few. I've done pheasant. I've done all sorts of stuff when I was a kid, where you butcher, at least you know exactly what you're doing. I don't know how you could do that. And a pig's not that difficult to butcher. It's not the worst thing to cut up, to be honest. So it's.
I mean, Lee can.
I've always said
what his mom said. Yeah.
The bigger the animal, the easier it is to do.
Yeah.
Because the cavities are just bigger. It's everything's more accessible. Rabbits are terrible to gut. I hate gutting rabbits, and they stink.
They do stink, but hares. I think hares a different animal. You get nicer meat off it.
But you do. When you do like a small duck, like a teal or a snipe, it's really quick. It's really quick and easy. But doing a pheasant's fucking 10 times easier and 10 times quicker, and it's 10 times as big, And doing a big goose or a swan or a peacock, it's so simple because everything's just so accessible.
Yeah, well, chickens.
Not that I've ever gutted a swan. Can we get the banner up, please? Can we get the banner up, please?
See, when you get the new bow, let's take another trip with the girls to the zoo. Let me start with something big.
Well, I killed a goat once. I got a goat. That was smelly.
Yeah.
Oh, mate,
I didn't enjoy that.
Yeah, he must have pissed you off.
I found the best film in Portuguese, right, to learn my Portuguese. It's fucking amazing, right? So it's basically a Playboy. It's like an 11-year-old's had an idea for a movie, right? So it's Killer Goat, right, is what it's called, or Killer Goats, yeah? And it's basically a load of Playboy models that get attacked by goats, essentially, right? But it's translated into Portuguese, and it's one of the worst scripts I think that's ever been written. It's just like monosyllabic, but it makes me feel really confident with my Portuguese because I can kind of get everything, and you get about 20 pairs of tits and loads of arse shots in it at the same time. So I think it's the perfect film for us fellas to learn Portuguese. So Dave, you've got that.
But I put you full screen because you're I know you have the whatever.
Oh, yeah,
The MacBook thing or whatever. Like it panned out as you said. Like the monosyllabic. I can't say
Yeah,
it, but
have a look at this poster. It's got to be good. Definitely.
Oh, hold on. I gotta find the button. Here we go.
Oh man, can I try and get it in? Let me just see if I can get it a little bit more. Oh, sorry about that.
That's all right. I could look it up, except for I don't know how to share a screen.
Pete, you're on a severe warning tonight because actually you're missing the background. It's not good.
Not the first.
He's not controlling the camera.
Yeah, not well.
Yeah, she can't move at the moment, so she's having her surgery in February, I think, early February. But it looks like she might have to have like open heart surgery. So,
they won't find one.
That's what I think. Cold as ice is what it is, definitely.
Find out next week.
So you're going to have a
I'll
moan
talk you
next
out of
week.
it.
Yeah, but I think you're a bit ill under the weather. There you go. Oh,
yeah. I hope you well. I hope you well. So,
Kalu's in hospital at the moment. Kalu's just had his knee done.
I know he's bionic, isn't he? They've got a replacement one in there.
He's got a full replacement. I said I hope they bought the bigger, stronger one. I hope they're not skimped on the parts. It's going to have to be a big fucking spare knee to go in that.
He's lovely, Kalu. He really is. He's such a nice guy. Flipping it. Anyway, yeah. Go on. sorry, man.
Right, guys, it's getting on for 11. I'm going to have to go. I've got shit to do tomorrow, and I'm tired.
Well, thank you for being a big part of Bow Talk.
I like your socks, man.
Wait, hold on. Let me give you
I go to the
final. Wait, oh god damn it! I got too many buttons to push. Yeah, what do we got here? We got your knickers. What is that? All right.
the B sock. No, it's what I wear for work. I've got loads of them.
That's good.
Yeah, those are good socks. Yeah.
You boasting? Is that what you wear on your middle leg?
Yeah.
In this weather, I reckon.
Okay, ladies. Good night. Enjoy the night. I'll see you next Friday. If not see you before.
Okay.
Good night, buddy.
Oh wait, I saw Lee this week. Yeah. All right, bye. All right, he's gone. All right, Garbo, did we cover you? Major. You're supposed to be doing the interview. You take it away. I make you full screen, but I don't. Yeah.
Talk to me. How was your week this week, Garbo?
Mine's just the normal standard week, doing the same old shit, working myself stupid, and getting cold. Yeah, that's my week.
On your cars?
I haven't done any car. No, I haven't done any car work this week. It's all been house and garden stuff. I'll tell you what I did do. And Portuguese electrics absolutely scare the shit out of me. They really do. You know, the quality of workmanship leaves a lot to be desired. Went into the Adega because one of the lights in there is playing up, and I took some of the wood paneling off to get to the wiring. And when you put two bits of wire, you twist them together, right? And then you put a bit of tape. That was the joint. I mean, come on, it's just so unsafe. It's just frightening. So I try not to think too hard now about what the rest of the electrics might be like. So
yeah, no, when you open the wall and you find the old like even just having like that's worse than even like the old electric stuff where you have the plug-in socket thing where we're just waiting for it to all blow up like lightning in a snowstorm. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'm so glad I've got Jamie to do most of my electrics, man. Honestly, it's so different from any other. You're dead right. Some of the Portuguese electrics I've seen on like some buildings is just mental, but then they do really good stuff. The 3-phase, you get the EDP stuff's really good. You know what I mean? So you can get better electrics. I've got way better electrics now than I had in London. If I was running the stuff when I was running the stuff I had that I've got here in London, we used to blow the electrics all the time. So it's kind of it's really weird. So in the middle of rural Portugal, I've still got way better.
But you're able to control that because I assume that you didn't have a single story home in London, right? Like you're part of a building, right?
No. We had a bigger. I think the house. I don't know. The house is probably about the same size in London that we had that we've got.
Oh,
here.
right. So, but it wasn't like you had full access to do whatever you needed to do because because a lot of times you're restricted by what you can do in your area or whatever. Like
Well,
what you can run. Like I was limited even when I had a single family house, but like what I could actually get. Two they wouldn't run a separate thing just to me. Like I got whatever the neighbors got.
yeah. Well, we were really
Yeah,
lucky.
I was gonna say like in Portugal though, also like all the freaking home repair stuff, or like all the no permits, just a guy,
Well, the main reason we've got
with a couple wires installing it himself. Yeah,
is down to actually Philomena, to be fair, because Philomena has lunch with the person who's in charge of eReddish every month.
Right.
She managed to get us hooked up with the light electrics.
I swear about every other day I think about that, Pete. So yeah,
Philomena is bloody amazing, honestly. She knows everybody, doesn't she, Gary? And she's got a force of nature. She can control like 100 people at whim, honestly. She is quite something. Sometimes I feel a bit sorry for Pedro. I think, God dear. It's like Paolo, even, yeah, my God. It's his birthday today, isn't it? Yeah, well, it's going to be typically, after the stuff's gone. Yeah, poor old Paolo, definitely. I think we definitely have a drink to him.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we should do one for Dale and then hi Patrick.
Oh yeah, definitely Dale and
Patrick, Dale.
And Dale.
I was going to say I was in the local cafe today as well, and the famous adapter plug with all the leads coming out of it. How many adapters within an adapter plugged into another adapter plugged into an extension lead could you possibly have? I mean, you see
it's crazy. You even go into some like a more posh place and like it's just like all you see is like extension and converters and oh my god, it's like because it's one outlet for like a room if that. Yeah.
We had one.
But, I remember having a word with one of the firemen once, and he was telling me, he said one of the biggest causes of house fires is extension lead with somebody running a heater off it. He said you never ever run the heater off an extension lead, full stop. They just can't take it.
Yeah. And
if you do, you feel the cable. It starts to get pretty hot if you've got an extension lead. So it's not surprising why you have so many house fires if that's the case.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's worse when they've actually spent absolutely loads of money on it and no one comes. Because in Portugal, central Portugal, the number of businesses we know, they spend a huge amount of money renovating something, doing it up, don't advertise it, and then realise that their target audience is about 12 people. And like they'll be busy for the first week, and then after that, everything will just kind of disappear. I don't know. It's a weird one. I think it's a difficult one to. It's difficult running a business here compared to a lot of other countries, just because you haven't got that sort of footfall. Maybe where you are, Kent, you probably have. Yeah, I mean,
but what's amazing is there is a lot of footfall. Of course, it's very seasonal where I am, as opposed to Lisbon proper. Obviously, you get tourists and ships and tour ships like that. So it's more consistent in Lisbon, but obviously I'm out along the coast there. So it's more seasonal here. But it's the saturation of it, of how many people are trying to do some sort of like, there's because obviously the trend is upwards for, wellness and all kinds of spa like kind of things like that, where more of a retreat type of thing, like the thing that Major here is trying to talk you into, but there's so many places that are opening up. I don't know how big of a demand it is, because they're popping up like crazy, because that is the trend. And of course the people who are leaving whatever corporate world and thinking that like, oh, I need to do something better with my life. I don't want to be a corporate lawyer anymore. I'm going to open up a small boutique place that has wellness, and we're going to have like a steam thing and whatever like that. We're going to have gong baths and a whole thing like that. But there's like I swear to God, there's like 10, 15 of them popping up like every year, every 6 months or something like that. I just don't know how many there could be. But we'll see. But of course, this could be a money pit for someone where like the money didn't really matter. They just wanted to they didn't want to properly retire. They just wanted to try their hand at something, and even if it's a money loser. So
bit like antique shops, Garvo. In the UK, every retiree would go, "Oh, I'll open an antique shop," and realise there's no money to be made in an antique shop or a llama farm.
But maybe people just need a place to go to, and they can't properly just like like Garbo, like you got to sort through your garden, rock or potato. They're really different. They're all going to the basket. They're all going to the basket. Yeah.
My garden is rock, rock. Oh, look, another rock. Oh, another rock.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, obviously when you do when you open your pet rock store down at the bottom of the valley, yeah. Just put the googly eyes on them, and just sit back.
In our cafe, there's a little saying on the wall, and it finally dawned on me what it said. I think it's very apt for around here. It's on my walk, I pick up a pebble, and over the amount of time I can build a castle from the pebbles. You can make a castle from the pebbles on your walk, basically. I thought, yeah, there's a lot of that around here.
Yeah,
a lot of pebbles.
Yeah, exactly, and everyone's dumping them in your garden. I know. They're chucking it over.
I have the
it's actually like I ended up moving outside of Chicago to the suburbs, and the big thing about the town that I moved to, there was a castle, not a big one, a little one. It was some guy who I don't know, he was forlorn, like he built out of just like the stones and rocks that are around. It was a small thing. He built a replica of the castle that was in his German village, trying to woo a woman who eventually didn't take to having a castle built to her. But yeah, so it was like this weird thing, and then of course nobody ever bought it because it was like this weird thing, after he passed away. Because like I think he'd been alive for like I was maybe 10 when he passed away, but then it was just sat idle for years. But yeah, he just he just picked up one rock at a time and just because I think he there was a house, but then he just covered it like it was like some like small little ranch thing, but he covered it and then built all the turrets and all, like it was a replica of like the one he grew up in his small town in Germany, or I don't know how big the town was, but it was miniature, like within the plot of the thing. It was on a hill, so there was a castle in my town. It was just because a guy started picking up rocks one by one, and and started building the thing.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was in suburban outside of Chicago. Just weird little thing.
I love those little oddities. It's really cool, isn't it?
That's I love like the weird obsession kind of thing like that, where someone just like gets an idea in their head and like I'm just gonna pick up a rock and just start. Yeah,
that's really cool. Definitely, it's a man's inconquerable quest, isn't it, to do those sort of things? It's always good fun. It's a bit like you getting your eagle's nest there, Gary. Kind of. Have you been doing a bit of work up there as well as?
I'm due to by the way, when I was younger, like my dream was like, that seemed epic to me. Like it was like because it was up on a hill, which is important for a castle, and then so like I always. Ooh, what goes on there? And they like so, and then I think eventually, I was like a late teen or whatever like that. I don't think I went inside, but I was like got into the threshold because I guess someone bought it. That like it was someone that I knew, a friend of a friend, and it was like, oh, it's actually kind of small. It's just like a stone stuff, but like but yeah, it was kind of funny. But what were you asking, Garvo? I mean, Pete was asking Garvo.
I'm due to go up tomorrow, Pete, to do a few bits and pieces, but there's something that's happening, and I think it might be happening a lot around the country, is that they've starting to enforce the laws about trees and the distance from your house. Because you met Chris and Steve, haven't you, Pete? The couple. They're in quite a wooded area, and the local council are now enforcing 100 meters all around a house. There's got to be at least 100 meters clear of trees.
Really good
so
idea.
They're dropping them like mad.
I mean that is the obviously you got your idea of your ideal home, but yeah, when I see in fire prone areas like that I've seen before, that the ideal is be able to have a clearance around the home.
The only issue,
but of course, like if for someone who wants to live in a country, like you might want to be, in a more wooded situation. But yeah.
Yeah, the only issue you've got with that is just if it's eucalypt, it'll just grow back straight away. It's just you're gonna have to dig the whole lot out.
Oh, they do. They're ripping the whole lot out, roots and all. They're doing the full job.
The
But
roots
it's-
are down on like 40 meters on some of those.
yeah, yeah. At Alerosh, it'd be great if they can do that, because I'll have a fantastic view then. Because the only thing that gets in my way and looking down the valley is a few of those eucalyptus trees. So I shall be happy. If that's the case, get on with it.
To be honest, I think that'd be absolutely lovely, and it'd be amazing where you are in the Eagle's Nest bit as well, because it's stupid. What got me, I remember when I first visited Portugal, when we were first looking, and we went to Pedrago Grande, and they were cutting down a whole load of eucalyptus, and I thought, oh, fucking brilliant idea. They had
I either broke up with you guys,
and then they were replanting them all. I was just thinking, it is nuts. And Portugal's the biggest paper supplier to China. It's got all those kind of interest groups. But yeah, I think around domestic buildings, it's got a low enough population for you to be able to patrol it reasonably well. And the police aren't doing much. I remember my friend was saying to me the other day, which is just lovely. Emmanuel, you've met him, the mayor's son, right? Mm-hmm. It's just lovely. He was saying that if anyone invaded Portugal, as long as it was after 8 p.m, they'd be absolutely fine, because the police and the army, none of them are going to be around. They'll all be out drinking somewhere. So they've got absolutely no issues whatsoever. But it is something they've got time to enforce those sorts of things. We don't have the sort of crime. I mean, I love the fact that Beira Baixo sort of reports if someone's grazed their knee somewhere or fallen down some slippery steps. The fact that those sort of things get reported is just bliss compared to London or New York or Birmingham, like any of those things. I did feel sorry at Garvo when they snowed in Birmingham Airport. No one could escape. That was pretty awful.
All right, hold on. I'm going to do quick comments because Nubidet apparently is back from her holiday break, because we haven't seen her in a bit. So welcome back, Nubidet. Hope everything's well in Cali, or California, as we would say. And we got a good evening, gentlemen, from
hello, Simon.
Simon. Yep. And then the not the major, but the head master himself, Lord Andrew, saying hello. He's not able to join. We heard there was a issue. I'm not going to say, since you didn't say, but everything seems to be okay, but he was not able to join this evening. But yeah, it's funny because like people overreact here when like kids get like shaken down for a bicycle or something like that. Like it's like all my parent groups are like look out, there's roving gangs that like are taking of 16-year-olds who stole a 12-year-old's bicycle, that would have it's like that all hell's breaking loose. And it's if you're in a large city, like I don't even know if you would even know about that. So,
That's exactly it.
Like even if it happened on your block, I don't know if they would even get around to you. But all the parent groups are just like you gotta watch out, like ne'er do wells, like intimidating, kids 4 years younger than them. So yeah.
Exactly. It's not something that we'd associate in the UK as it's shooting range and school. But in America, I think the amount of, you just forget about how well off we are, I think, in a lot of respects. Do you know what I mean? It's lovely to know that you don't have to have those sort of concerns, but in lots of ways, I think it's really good. Even where I was in London, I mean, I taught at a school where a kid had an axe through his head, got killed outside the front gates. I taught where someone got stabbed and died literally on the steps of the school. And to think of what makes the news here, it's just amazing. It's I think it's a welcome relief, to be perfectly honest. So,
I mean, the biggest risk here is there's no guardrails anywhere and people fall off things. That's basically it.
Isn't that pretty? It means it gets rid of
it's crazy because people, you can fall over things, off you go.
Brilliant. It basically takes the dumb people out, doesn't it? Because if you've got a sign saying don't dive in this jacuzzi, some fucking idiot's done it. Now, do we want them around for very long? No. So therefore, if you take all the guardrails away, like you do in Portugal, it gets rid of the most stupid people. So it's a fantastic thing. I think
It's called natural selection,
That's
isn't it? Natural selection.
Yeah, but sometimes you get taken out just because you're a little bit thin and the wind comes strong. Like I've had to hold Dot down, so it wasn't her choice to make a dumb decision. It just a gust of
You
wind
know what?
comes and yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why I love
What-
Nazare.
Yeah.
I love that. You know, where literally the only thing that stops you from falling in the sea is like those two double yellow lines that just go down.
Oh, really?
Everyone's standing there looking at those massive waves.
I didn't realize they even had that. I thought it was just because yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. They're not health and safety mad. You know what it's like, Chris? Chris, so at Christmas, we had a fucking massive bonfire in the middle of the town, right? Yeah. In the middle of the village. Absolutely huge one that they built up to try and burn the telephone wires as they do every year. And well, someone very senior in the local council was throwing blanks into the middle of the fire, right? Absolutely fantastic, but not allowed anywhere else in Europe, as far as I'm aware. So I love that. It's just fantastic. It's really nice to be in somewhere where you can just have a bit of fun. I know it sounds a bit awful, but that's what I reckon.
As it go, your health, your safety. You know, at the end of the day, it's so flipping crazy. I mean, where you was talking about that school that you taught at, Pete, just up the road from there, literally maybe 400 yards up the road, there's a castle in the middle of the woods.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a
and
beautiful castle. That's really nice. It's kind of old. It's not very
I
old.
was was it a guy who just picked up one rock at a time, or is it like many people picking up rocks?
Fancy fella, doesn't it? It's more of a folly, but it's really cool. I love it. It's still,
I love a good folly. I mean, this essentially was a folly, though. What I said, someone stone-cladding to make their own castle. Yeah, but yeah. Because I think he even had the garden with like the usual. Actually, there's another house that also had like the follies. Like were just like these weird fake ruins. Yeah.
You can't.
Wait. Did everyone get muted? What happened?
Gary got muted. Gary muted himself. I started talking and then muted himself.
No, because I have control, so I make sure I didn't push something now because I was scrolling and then
I think he's muted now. I don't know why.
Yeah, you're muted now. I'm muted. I just muted you. Unmute. Can you speak?
Your mic's gone, Gary. So you just have to check where plug it in. Give it a wiggle.
Because my Wi-Fi is still being sorted here because I'm in the attic, and so I sometimes lose the signal. So I don't know if it's me, and I'm like constantly panicked if anyone goes out.
you know what you need to do, Gary? You know those two wires that you was talking about went rubbing together when you was sorting out a light? Could that be the same situation with your mic?
Something's up with your mic.
Yeah,
I think,
untape it.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah.
We got you.
It does this occasionally. It deselects itself and then selects another microphone source I haven't got plugged in. So
I hate that sort of thing. That's exactly why I'm like Apple. Honestly, Gary, you just don't get anything like that. It kind of. I remember though with Microsoft having it all the time, how it flips things, how you get windows that suddenly open up that you didn't intend to and shut down when you don't need to.
Well, I use this setup because I have it right here. It's the only reason I have it to do this with the microphone. It's like I bought the damn thing. I might as well use it. But I only turn it on like 30 seconds before we went live. So I'm just like had to really trust that everything's the same way it was set up before. But yeah, often it's just like me, looking around trying to figure out what happened. But Garbo, what were you gonna say now that you can speak?
Yeah, go on.
do you know what I've forgotten? I can't remember now.
It's just excitement to be able. You lose your voice and something. You're like it's a new world.
How's the new bathroom going, Gary? Have you done the tiling and stuff yet? How are you getting on with it?
No, the main bathroom is kind of on hold until we do the floor tiles in the. Well, it was the office really, because that was parquet flooring, so that's got to be done first.
That was lovely as well. I'm gutted that went. Honestly, I love parquet flooring.
I'm not keen on parquet flooring because it just
like it. I'd kill for parquet flooring. I've got loads of carpets now, which is fine. But before those tiles are just they're brilliant in the summer because they can freeze anything, but they take all the heat out of you in the winter.
Yeah,
so
they do.
And parquet flooring is lovely for that. At least you get a warmish floor. Do you know what I mean? I think it's really nice, and I think it's pretty as well. I don't like anyone ripping parquet flooring out just because it's craftsmanship that kind of is dying out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand that. But the merest
You
hint
got to be
of
really careful though
damp
when you're
is-
ripping out parquet flooring because they use the asbestos glue
Bloody
with
hell.
parquet flooring.
Cool, you have to be
Yeah.
careful.
That's me fucked then. That's me fucked then because I've got it all up.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jeez.
Yeah,
Be really careful.
Your beard is going a little gray. It must be the asbestos talking. Yeah. So.
I've got
Oh
the
yeah, I'm
six-
gonna pull up Nubinette's comment here because it's interesting. I know barely about it, but I have heard a little bit about this. But yeah, so they want to pay off Greenland 100 grand to have their second one. Yeah, basically, yeah. It's not, I don't know if you guys read up about that at all, but it's by they it means the Trump administration, the followers of that. Not all of them, but yeah, because obviously the certain wing of people are looking for the ends of the earth in order to be safer, because it basically let's just say like techie guys who are now in New Zealand now want to colonize another part so they could run their GPUs, warm the place up, and yeah, and be escaped when they eventually wipe out the rest of humanity.
Have you ever been to Nook or not? Or any of you been to Greenland?
I've been to the one that should be called Greenland, which is Iceland, and I flew over Greenland on the way back from Iceland, but actually a few times.
It's kind of Greenland should be Iceland, and Iceland should.
Yeah,
be
but that's like
it's really, really hard to live there, man. It's not like an easy place to live. It's
I mean, yeah.
You think
it's getting chiseled away. Maybe it's getting a little easier as the walls fall in. But yeah.
Well, but honestly, polar bears can smell you from about 20 miles away, and you get a lot of polar.
And we're actually they're actually their prey. They're actually a predator of ours. So Pete, I know you're whatever the Centurion country. I know. So you've been to Greenland?
Yeah. I've been to Greenland, yeah, but I mean not for very long. I only went there for a day, but it's kind of that was enough. It was enough. It was during winter, which is like 9 months a year in Nook, right? Yeah. And there is no light at all. So it doesn't really matter when you arrive and how many months you spend there. It's going to be exactly the same all the time anyway.
So how would it feel if you had 100 grand in your pocket? Like, would you be able to spend it out of the town?
Well,
given the idea that everyone now has 100 grand, are you gonna let a bunch of
100 grand is much, just to survive there, right? So Greenland is not as cold, but I'll give you somewhere I've been that's colder that Greenland can get to quite easily is Siberia, right? And in Siberia, you have to layer up. You have to wear about 6 layers. You have to wear certain kinds of fur are the best insulated and far better than any man-made material, right? So if you get a proper full fur coat, that's going to cost you about $80,000. So 100 grand to a Greenlander will probably get them like half a winter outfit. It's not a cheap place. Do you know what I mean? That 100 grand might seem like.
Also, I'm imagining you might need to import 1 or 2 things. I'm sure that you don't have everything you want on a piece of
everything you have to
piece of ice. Yeah.
It's a weird country.
I mean, it's just so much you can steal out of a bird's beak. Like, give me that. So yeah.
Iceland, bizarrely enough, they keep their animals in sheds, so they do rear animals. You can't really do that so much in Greenland. So
they have excellent butter, and it's amazing. Like I can never go back to Iceland, but yeah, it was very. I can't go back not because I'm banned, but because I was like, I was there as a photographer, and it was like, and I was there as official, a photographer, like brought over as promotion thing back when they were trying to make it happen, and so like I was met like at the plane with the president of Iceland, and they like whined and dined because we were all like foreign tourists, like I mean not foreign reporters like travel, but I was with a writer and I was the photographer for it. So, but like, yeah, they're like everything paid for, like take us around, like they basically show us the best of Iceland, you know, and all expenses paid. So now if I go back and I have to pay, you know, for 20
Oh, it's so expensive.
then it would be like whatever $20 or euros for a beer. Then it was like 20 years ago, and so I can't even imagine. Yeah. So like I cannot even come close to having all expenses paid, and them like purposely taking me out, and everyone I met was very happy to see me. You know, like because I was part of a entourage of a foreign journalist. So yeah.
I was chatting to a woman who was.
Oh yeah. So I obviously knew me that picks up what I was implying, but yeah.
Yeah. But I was chatting to a woman who was actually works in TV in Iceland, and she said the most fun she had was Top Gear when they came along. They said she had a brilliant laugh with them doing the filming out there. But Iceland's awesome. I do think it's.
Oh yeah,
really
is that the one when they drug up a volcano or whatever? Like
yeah.
that, or
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Nah, that was quite fun. But I don't know. I think it's a really lovely place to go. Gary, if you've been to Iceland as well, haven't you?
Yeah, I was really pleasantly surprised by Iceland, other than the expense, obviously. But I found them to be really friendly.
That's what I mean. It didn't cost me anything. So yeah.
We both
I know. I'm saying I can never go again because like even going to restaurants I went to I can't afford. So
no. But Gary, go on. You were saying you really.
No, I found them to be really friendly people, really nice, friendly people, big people, but friendly. And then you get all the bits on top, like you say, the glaciers and the volcanoes, and then you get the Blue Lagoon where you can wade around in everybody else's crud for half an hour, can't you?
Oh, it's lovely. I still love the lagoon. It's still really lovely to swim in. It's awesome, man. It's a lovely place. I think Iceland's really interesting, and geologically, it's fascinating, isn't it? Like just looking at how you can. Your houses have to be, she was saying, where she lives. So she lives in quite a remote town in Iceland, not like anywhere near Reykjavik. They have to have their houses 10 meters above the ground because of the volcanic activity. So everything has to be on stilts. You're legally, because of the buildup of gases, you can't be right on the floor. So it's weird, isn't it? How it looks a bit like an industrial estate because everything's kind of built in a weird kind of way.
I've been thinking about Iceland a lot over the last few weeks because we moved to a new apartment. I'm still trying to figure out the hot water heater here. It's supposedly better than what I had before, which is not saying much, but I haven't figured out exactly how it works yet. But best showers of my life were in Iceland because they would use all the geothermal stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you get instant heat. There's no delay. There's no salt, and like you just it's like you turn it on and then you have to turn it lower it. So yeah, it was amazing.
No, it's nuts. Definitely, really.
When I used to when I used to work for an airline and we used to fly to Reykjavik, and people always used to be phoning up into a week's journey. They'd be like halfway through a week. Oh, can I come back early? Why do you want to come back early? I've run out of money.
Yeah.
It's non-stop. The amount of times, literally, and you say we've only got the fully flexible fare, which was like at the time it was like 350 quid one way. Yeah, I'll pay it. So why don't you just want to wait till you're due to come back? Because I've only got 410 quid, so 350 quid is money well spent. I don't know. Gosh.
No, it is nuts. Honestly, it's a weird country, but fun. And the Penis Museum is good fun as well. So it's always.
What? I don't know if it was around 20 years ago, but they did not show me the Penis Museum. That was not part of the part of our yeah.
Well, I can imagine why, Ken, because when you get into a Wales, they had one of the exhibits.
Well, I was there with it was my fashion background, so I was with Fashion Press. It was promoting the country / it was also promoting their designers and fashion. So so I was mostly I had to go to fashion shows and stuff. That's why I was there, because I was a fashion photographer.
Well, related to that is the fact that you can try on a Wales foreskin, which is what they molded into jackets. So they used to use them as waterproofs. So that is a bit kind of humbling for most of us. If you ever think you're well hung, you can actually literally wear a Wales foreskin as a as a waterproof as a sou'wester. So
The Icelandic or Scandinavian could be quite tall. Is there a point where you pop out of it, or like you have to be? I assume it's not for young lads, or you grow out of your short pants. Yeah. So yeah, it'll fit a man your size, Pete.
I think it'd be quite humbling for anyone, to be fair. So yeah, it would fit me, and I've never been slim, to be honest. So I think maybe once about 18, 20, or when I hit the gym.
Yeah.
I'm only slim.
You tell your doctor when I'm too big to fit into a whale's foreskin, then we'll talk. Yeah. As long as I can still squeeze myself into his Jimmy, then we're good. Don't talk to me about weight loss. Yeah.
No, it's amazing. It is an interesting place.
Oh, we're getting an update from Douglas. He knows he's a travel writer. So he knows his way up. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, a beer,
and then that's pounds, I believe. Yeah, so
I think if memory serves, a beer was about €15 when I was there.
It's nuts, isn't it, Gary?
How long was that? Because it was
two, 3 years ago.
Yeah, it wasn't long
Okay.
ago. So yeah, my God, I remember going to a Spurs Arsenal semi-final where we lost, and I spent about €300 on beer. It was just pointless. It was just terrible. Like, it's not surprising that we lost. Oh God, I don't know.
You went to a Spurs game in Iceland?
No, I watched it in the bar, which obviously was.
Okay. I was like, what the hell?
No, I would love to. I'd love to. I must admit, watching football.
They played the football match in the Blue Lagoon. Okay.
They've got some amazing ones. So we were talking about Greenland earlier. Greenland have got one of the smallest league teams ever. I think they've got 2 teams in their entire division, right? And they play in the most northernmost pitches, and they're amazing because the way everyone gets together and shovels the snow before a game. You have people who are shoveling 1 minute who are playing the next. So it's
really okay.
Nuts. So I would thoroughly recommend it. Honestly, I've been to some weird football matches.
I was going to say, does that game conclude with when the last man standing, when everyone else had a grabber heart attack, from shoveling snow, whatever side still has a man who can stand.
They play in like -17 and stuff. Do you know what I mean? They make Scottish football look like wimps. It's just nuts.
Yeah.
They play in conditions that we'd never play in. But I always think it's quite good fun wherever you go to go off to a sporting event, and especially for most of the world, Ken, I hate to say it, if football's quite a good one, it's quite a good leveler. Cricket's really nice, really good thing to go to, but it makes you see a side of the culture of the people that is different. And
no, I know. I went to I make a point of it. So when I was in Argentina, of course I went to I had to go watch. And I didn't go to the big game. I went to a small San Lorenzo outside of town. I saw them play Boca Junior, but I wanted to go to a smaller stadium and
awesome.
and just see the excitement of that smaller, just outside the main part of town. Kind of see the festivities and the festival carnival atmosphere of
Portugal's got some of the weirdest stadiums ever, and it's brilliant for that. So Braga, do you know anything about Braga Stadium? Have you ever heard about it, Ken?
I obviously I know a little bit Braga from watching our former Man Caver is a show. But I've seen his tours of it, but I don't think he did the stadium when I was watching. So
the States they're in Division 2, so they get about 1,500 people a game, right? So not very many, and they've got a stadium that's a 60,000 all-seater stadium that's about an hour and a half away from the city, right? With no proper public transport links. Yeah, it's a beautiful stadium. It looks amazing. Loria's got like a 40,000 seater stadium and gets crowds of an average about 3,000 going. Yeah, you've got all these stadiums that were built for the European Championships, which are a big deal. Not
Right.
World Cup, but pretty close, and they're completely empty. So you can go into an amazing stadium and watch a game where it's basically you and about 3,000 other people. So Garvo, have you ever heard of that or not? Have you seen the stadium in the rear? Have you seen how massive
Yeah,
that is?
yeah. I mean, it's quite an impressive stadium, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty close. It's pretty close to you. So.
As well. So it's like
Do you know what? That's a bit like West Ham, then, isn't it? Really, because West Ham took over the Olympic Stadium. So
yeah, but
I've been talking to some people.
even worse is, Chris, they get, because of the transport links, they get all of the foreigners going to the games because it's a cheap ticket to get and it's easy to get to. So everyone goes to West Ham games. So not only have they got a stadium where literally all of us can see the goal before them because you're so far away from the pitch because of the running track, but on top of that, you're surrounded by people that have no real interest in the game. They've just gone there to go as a tourist to go and see a Premier League game. So it's like
that was a phenomenon. I'm not going to bore you because it's about American baseball. I guess that's the only baseball other than Canadian baseball. I guess they did the world. It's played elsewhere, but
Republic, they play baseball. There's quite a few, quite a few places.
But in Chicago, there's the Cubs and the White Sox, and the Cubs. They used to be like in the 1970s. And they won 118. I can't remember, like it was like I forget how, like basically 118 years. I mean, without winning one, but and they only played day games because they weren't allowed to have lights, and so they played day games, and there'd be like 3,000 people in the stadium, and that's it. But then they were intelligent and got themselves on a cable TV superstation, and then all like people started coming there, and so it just gets filled up. So there's like there were tons of people, and especially then it became like a beer garden. So basically, the day games became like a place for people to go, sit in the sun in the summer in Chicago, and basically it was just a giant beer garden. I mean, this is a slight against them because I'm on the other side of the finish, but it was always kind of, it became a little of a tourist thing, and also because of being intelligent, being early on cable national televised. I think they brought and of course they kind of loved being the lovable losers and drinking during the day, so it became a thing. But so it was like I remember it being like 3,000 people because I grew up near there, but even though I was not a fan of theirs. But all right, Douglas, you should join us. You're chiming in with some golden ones here, so you can tell which towns the PT have huge stadiums with a massive. There we go. I've seen that. Throughout. And there's places that teams don't even play, that like the National Stadium and things like that are still light up the sky because there's probably a couple of ducks waddling around or something like that in training. So
I love it. It's like a modern Folly because it was built miles away from the city, so no one would ever go to the games. It's got really bad transport links, so you can't. Takes anyone over an hour to get there from Braga, and it was just like huge and just a super stupid project. I love those. There is the same.
I mean, the only thing better is if like Brazil or something like that, where like the jungle is overtaking it. So like you see, it's like it's like you can't it's like overgrown with vegetation, but yet the lights are still shining. There
was one in Brazil.
Think of a horror movie. Yeah.
There was one in Brazil where they built it and only 2 games of football were ever played there and no one else played, and it all went back to the jungle within like about a year afterwards, I think. So and they spent so much money. Honestly, football is the best way of wasting money. Like American football it's a lot cheaper to buy a football team, a Premier League team, than it is an American football team, right? They're worth money.
Most US teams are Premier League. Obviously, you speak in UK. That's a different echelon, but there's some American football teams that will not have some of those. But I would say obviously there's like maybe 2 or 3 UK Premier Leagues that are more valuable. And
I don't think so. I think even the cheapest American football franchise is still worth more than Real Madrid. It's I think it's like it's just ludicrous. To buy franchises in the States is just amazing money, and same with basketball, and therefore cheaper for owners to spend buy. That's why you've got so many American owners in the Premier League, is because it was cheaper than buying a
No, it is cheaper, but there's like one or two teams in the Premier League that are equivalent to American football. But all the funding. So we don't have to get into it, but yeah. So let me ask you about are you going to go to the World Cup in the United States? I don't know, because a lot of people say for certain situations that makes travel a little more restricted now, or maybe something to consider whether they want to move to the United States without getting political about it. But yeah, is that do you get a whiff of that? People who are super football fans, whether they are.
Well, the price of the World Cup tickets is just ludicrous, Ken. I mean, first of all, you've got to think this World Cup.
Well, first of all, I sold my place in New Jersey. I was in Rutherford, in East Rutherford, where the stadium where the final is going to be. And I could have rented that. I should have held on it just for this amount of years. I could rent that thing out to.
I think it's going to be a disaster personally, because the pricing is unbelievably expensive. A lot of people are going to be.
What does that mean? What are we talking here?
Well, the cheapest tickets are about $3.5 grand, and you've got to think that this is
three and a half grand for the final, or just for a game.
No, the final will be way more expensive. So,
just for group matches, it's $3.5 grand. Okay.
Yeah. So what you're talking about is a big outlay of expense to see football that's not of very good quality because of how much the World Cup's expanded from 4 years ago. So you've got much lesser teams. I'm sorry to say it, but Cape Verde have qualified for the World Cup, right? That sort of thing. Scotland have qualified for the World Cup, right? That sort of thing doesn't happen.
Yeah, but unless Cape Verde can bring their flies with them, which could be a competitive advantage.
Well,
Scotland.
It just means
Scotland. I'm going to go with wild boar, since we learned about that earlier.
Yeah, it's too expensive for people to travel and risk. If you wanted to get a flight straight to El Salvador, you've got to risk all of that as well as the purchase ticket. So it's one of those things where I think it's going to backfire. I think they're going to end up with quite a few empty stadiums. So, or certainly for some of the earlier World Cup games, final will probably still be full, and it's ticketing as well. It's the same thing as everywhere with every event that you go to. Ticketing is now run by a couple of companies which massively overinflate prices. So, but FIFA are bad enough anyway. The way what they charge for what is essentially going to be quite a crap game. Gary, think about the value you get when you go to a rugby match compared to what you get in a football match on any level, or cricket match, or even basketball.
Is it any level? Because I would be more interested in seeing a fourth tier team, just for the excitement of seeing more of a local, where doesn't Portugal, I don't know what the football prices here.
They're excellent, honestly. Even for
but in general, everything is affordable. Stuff that you get exploitation. Like I have been to a couple games, even the stands, normally where you pay an exorbitant amount of price for concessions and stuff like that. It's still priced maybe a euro and a half higher than it would be, but yeah.
Well, I went to see Sporting with a person with a season ticket holder, right? Nuno, I think, has got a season ticket, but what happened, Joe's wife's stepfather's got a season ticket, and I think it's 550 euros for a season, right? And that's all away games and home games, right? At Sporting, which is a big club in Portugal. And I can compare that to the season ticket I pay for Spurs, which when I last paid for it was $3.5 grand, and that was only for home games. So it gives you an idea of the disparity between the pricing. So I'm sure Spurs is more expensive. I'm sure Porto is not much more expensive. I can't imagine Benfica or being much more expensive than Sporting either. So it's really good value. Lower league stuff is really good value as well. So.
I have a friend who has season tickets to 4 seats for the Estrella Praia, and he doesn't care if he goes to the game or not. It's if it goes a couple of times, it's worth it. So, and his daughter's a huge footballer. Anyways, I think maybe that's interesting. I don't think that they'll cut the prices because of the drop in demand. I think that you'll see discounts offered. So it's something that you'll start getting offers for a chance to a rare opportunity to score them at 75% off. I think you'll see things more like that, because I think they'll try to save face with the actual ticket value. I don't think that tickets will drop, but I think you'll see something like your credit card offers you, like, there's the amazing benefit. I think, or a hotel, something like book a hotel here and you get like 2 free tickets to a match. So I think you'll see more finagling like that. This is to save face about the dropping the price. So I think the sponsors will try to like figure out a way to fill the stadium without actually, getting the publicity of lowering prices.
With the World Cup, take the Club World Cup that they had recently. Okay, you had loads of interruptions, massive game delays because of weather, right? That you're used to in the States, but we're not used to in Europe, right? So you had huge delays on games. If you're going to be paying $3,500, you might not even get into the country or be able to get out of the country, depending on what your social media has said for the last 5 years.
I mean,
right?
Yeah, getting out could take 5 years, but eventually you'll get a hearing. So
go straight
yeah.
It just makes it a very big risk I think for America and FIFA have not really decided this together. Unless Trump does something pre-World Cup, I think sales are going to be disastrous, because how on earth they've got.
What is he going to do? Take one of the oil tankers he captured and fill it with people and bring it back? We tried that. We tried that in early part of our history, and then we had a war about it. So yeah, we used to bring people in ships. Yeah,
I think. What do you reckon, Gary? You've been very quiet about it. What do you think this World Cup's going to be like?
Well, to be honest, mate, with Trump, I mean, the shit that he spouts, and you think, oh, that's just crap, and then he goes and does it. So what the hell do you think? Make of the man? He's just a bomb waiting to go off. Anything's possible, and that doesn't really make a great platform for staging such events like the World Cup, does it? Because people feel,
if I offered you off today, you signed down, I'll offer you 80% off tickets, and throw a free room in for one night. Are you going to the you go to the World Cup in the U.S.? I don't even know where to play. I know the final is in New Jersey because it was near my old house. But what?
I like going to the US. I like the US, but there are a lot of people around who are very skeptical about what's going on there, and very aware of the unrest that's happening. And it just seems like anything could happen at the moment. Didn't FIFA award Trump a peace prize? So I'm sure that's got to mean something to someone. Like, booking a ticket. He's very peaceful. FIFA approved it. Like he's got a medal and everything. So yeah.
Oh man, I just think instability in anything makes things more difficult to plan, right? And if it makes it more difficult to plan, then it makes people less likely to do it. And I think with an event like that, as we were just talking about, we started off talking about stadiums that were abandoned because of World Cups and stuff like that. They're usually pretty much financial disasters anyway. But to have this happen just before a World Cup, I think is going to make it very interesting. And it's a shame, because you want a really good atmosphere in the stadium. That's what makes a good sporting event, essentially. One of the biggest players in any stadium, what I loved about our stadium is the sound and the volume you can make when you're in a stadium and what you can see. And international games can be, I've seen the worst football matches I've ever seen, and I've watched a lot of real shit non-league football as well as league football, have been internationals. They've been the most boring games I've ever watched, because quite often people are too nervous to do anything. So I don't know if it's going to make it a great World Cup, especially if they haven't got that kind of, you want fanatical supporters. Some supporters, I know if I'm going to go and see Borussia Dortmund, right? Well, we've had quite a few games against them recently. Their supporters are mental. It sounds like the whole stadium's going to come down because they all jump in unison. It just makes it an amazing game. Whereas if you're not going to get the right fans in, it's going to spoil the competition, is what I'd say.
Well, I mean, the fan support, and also like having a tradition and like their usual, song and chant and this and that, like where everyone you're indoctrinated into it as a child, and your father, grandfather all know the same razzmatazz chants and stuff like that. But also like the older stadiums, like you can get a good clump, but like the newer stuff, like you can't get that stomp and what are you gonna do? Bang plastic seats and just get it.
Honestly, in your stadiums, I disagree in a weird way. There's a lot reminiscing. Well, because some of the newer stadiums are built so acoustically they sound a lot better. So, so if I'm
well, I've been in the ones that are new but not new, like you know what I mean, like late 90s, and then where like that wasn't as much of a consideration as it was sight lines and skyboxes kind of thing, like that. And then it can say, because then later on, like they started kind of curving in a little bit and giving it more of
this one they've got a bank.
Atmosphere.
They've got a bank of nearly 40,000 seats at one end, which reverberates all the way through. So the north of the stadium, basically, the acoustics you can hear all the way around the stadium. But
you can hear someone pulling a bow, is what you're saying from across. and if you have the range. Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
But those can be,
by the way, let me put up the allegedly thing, and
allegedly,
and you can also hear people boo, which is why we've got one of the worst home records in the Premier League, because it also can kill you. The fans can do one of two things: they can either motivate you or just murder you. And unfortunately enough, that's what they've been doing recently at our stadium. So, with good reason, I'll say. I've been watching the games; they've been pretty poor. So, I don't know. But anyway, Gary, you were going to say something, I'm sure.
Well, no, I just can't really understand how you can host a world event like that where we're all supposed to be friends and we all get on and partake in the great healer of the world, which is sport, when that clearly isn't the case.
But also in
FIFA,
but isn't FIFA known for a graft and corruption?
Oh, yes.
I can see why it might be a good host country. So yeah,
it could be. Yeah, I see your angle there. I like that.
Game recognizing game. Yeah. So
did Venezuela for the World Cup? Did Venezuela qualify for the World Cup?
I'll tell you what, I don't know. I'll tell you honestly, Chris, nothing would surprise me. Think of where the last World Cup was. Do you remember where the last World Cup was, Chris?
I would love for this.
That wasn't that in what's it called, in that hot country?
Yeah, very famous for any football history country of. God, it was fucking Dubai, wasn't it?
Or Qatar?
Yeah, it was Dubai.
No, it was Qatar, wasn't it?
No, it was Qatar. Qatar. Yeah.
My God, I mean, to have a World Cup in bloody Qatar, it couldn't be any more corrupt. Honestly, Ken, I swear to God, it's.
I know it, and many people without passports died building that. So yeah,
so we probably all thought Qatar was going to be a disaster, and actually, it probably worked out okay-ish. But how are you going to spend that sort of money? You could be spending 20, 30, 40 grand for a ticket for one of these games, right? And not know if you're going to be able to get into the country or out of it. I think that would be a difficult commitment to make.
Well, they went the whole thing about the alcohol ban where they could drink, and they built a stadium that looked like a vagina, and
it's going to be interesting. I think
but that's a great folly. I'm sure that those stadiums are in use today as they are around the world. All over. Yeah. But yeah, I'm imagining now a scenario where Trump can influence get Venezuela team in, and I would love to see which Fox host he chooses to be the head coach. So
what you'll do, you'll field the Venezuelan team, but they'll all be Americans, really. That's what he'll do.
Well, like the Irish team that they used to have, that was where not a single one. Your grandma's visited Ireland on a day trip like in the last century. So
there could be a load of American Marines. That's what it is in Venezuelan t-shirts.
Oh no, I don't know. Goodness me. Would you be worried where should be worried next? Obviously, we've got Greenland. Possibly Iceland.
That's happening. I think we should also consider ourselves basically the world events. We should consider other players on the stage, we should be concerned about Taiwan. I would say that would be who I'd be concerned about right now.
Yeah,
I would
the
say,
Chinese-
if I was in Taiwan, I would be I'd be thinking about things.
we have the Deadpool.
Because we know that was already in play. That was part of
Great new idea, folks. Right, we have the Deadpool. Now we have the let's pick the next invaded country pool.
Okay.
I mean, Taiwan is going to be a favorite, but I'm thinking maybe Cuba looks a bit tasty as well.
No, okay, and it's a little. Yeah, they're both close to the possible, democratizing, bringing them the proper. All right, so Garva, you want to take Cuba?
Cuba.
I cannot believe you're doing this. That's quite bad, bloody hell. Because I'll go for Greenland then. I think that's probably the most obvious target.
Yeah, that's a fair bet.
Okay, so Garva's got Cuba, and it's a shame that no one else was able to join us. So if you're in the chat, now's your chance to get in early. I won't pick until you do. And Pete is got Greenland, and let him have
Taiwan.
it.
Taiwan.
No, I'm pausing in case anyone in the chat. Who do we got? Oh, I got to put the chat thing back up. I brought the allegedly thing.
How about Chris? What's yours, Chris?
I thought this is like my third time. I'm used to this.
No, I won't participate in this game because literally I might need to go somewhere soon, and I might. Oh, you played in this game, so you can't get it.
They won't know you, Chris. You're anonymous.
No,
you know what? That is Gary's.
Chris left an hour ago. Now we're talking to Major.
Major Chris.
And I think
it's just like Gary's Dad's Army moment there. What's your name? Don't tell him, Mike.
Don't tell me name, Chris.
He won't know you, Chris.
That is a great.
You're not going to know your name is Chris. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. The reason I'm the major is because I've got major works going on at the moment at the house. Just lifted the sun terrace. All the tiles came up as if they were just.
Are you doing it yourself? Because I was gonna say because I'm trying to have stuff done, and the only people I got to actually show up and actually respond to me are all men from England, like UK I could say, but they're all actually from proper Englishmen. So yeah, living abroad here. So that's why I'm working for me. So yeah.
I've been really lucky because
I'd say is the one thing is when you're getting a tradesman, always make sure they're as busy as possible because you want to wait. It's usually worth waiting for them if they're free.
Oh, do you know what? You're so right. I mean, our neighbour, with literally our neighbour's a tradesman, and I spoke to him about February last year. Said, look, I need like sun terrace doing in the house painting, and I really wanted to do it in the summer. And he said to me, well, look, I can do it in July. That's the earliest I can do it, but July is the peak season for our rentals, so I couldn't do it in July. So he said, right, okay, the next time I can do it is November. I said, well, we've got some people, we're going to have people in November as well. So I said, how about I block the house from January to February? So the whole of January, the whole of February, and you do it then. So that's what they've done. So we had to wait all this time for them. But what I really liked about them as well is that they've worked on all our neighbours' houses as well. But the beautiful thing about them is that it's never a case of, sure, yeah, I can do it. You always had to wait for them. And he would always turn around and say, I'm not taking on more than what I can do. So if I say I'm going to turn up at this date, I'll turn up at that date. So they turn up at 8 o'clock in the morning. It turns up at 8 o'clock in the morning. And he takes an hour's lunch break, him and his team, and they don't stop for teas or coffees or anything like that. And they will then work straight through till 5:30. So we've had.
It's nice to get someone reliable.
So we've had the inside of the house has been. We've had all of the inside of the house painted, and where we've had a bit of, I suppose, damp and stuff, they've hacked away, put in thermal boards, and done the sand and cement and all the plastering and put it all back up, and they painted the house and everything internally. Now they're ripping up the sun terrace, and they're also putting in new guttering, aluminium guttering. Also doing some channeling so that when the rain does come down the drain pipes, it goes directly into the actual drainage as opposed to just sitting on top of the calçada and getting sucked up.
Yeah, you have to.
What else?
You need to put membranes down just because otherwise, like Gary was saying earlier, where stones pop up, they also disappear. So my road, I'm constantly putting stones down, and it's getting eaten by the soil. So unless you put a membrane down underneath,
there's got to be a give and take as well. It has to have,
it does a bit of both.
Yeah,
because water will find a way, and So
Do you know what?
Yeah.
Do you know what? Something else I've got to mention. You know those bird of paradise plants that you get here, the one with the orange flowers. They're very pretty things.
I love
right?
them.
And I watched the video on YouTube. I studied YouTube University of how to dig one up and separate them, right? And the lovely lady on the video got the two plants and teased them apart and said, "Look, you put one there and you put one there, right? Well, there's one in the garden I've had to move because it's actually pushing the wall a bit and it's moving the crack in the wall. So it's a big old plant." So
you've got some beautiful plants in that garden. They're lovely. I really like.
She made it look easy, right? But man, I tell you, this is like indestructible. Those roots must go down like about 6 meters or more because I was hacking it with the bloody pickaxe, axes, you name it, couldn't dig it out. It just would not come. So I had to sort of, nip out where I could and loosen off the soil. But how far it goes down, I don't know. I think if I pull it, half the town will disappear on the other side of the bloody ridge.
Yeah. But think of what that bird of paradise has seen. Yeah, it's like
they can tell stories.
They are. It's unbelievable. That's like you were saying about your mates getting their land cleared. Those eucalyptus roots can go down 40 meters, right? I mean, that is a hell of a long way, right? So they did a study. They dug a hole in Australia and just wanted to see how far they could find the roots to go down. And I was shocked by that. I thought that was something else. But it means when you think you've dug the fuckers out.
But is that like an old
no, they grow incredibly quickly. Honestly,
no. I know, but because I know that it ended up with a network of so it just like there'll be a new sprout, but the network of roots is like could be ancient, so it could like mushrooms and stuff like that. What?
Yeah, even digging them out, you have to be so careful that you don't just spread them. It's like I do every year with the brambles. I go along with the tractor. Looks fucking awesome for a while, strim it, whatever. And I've just spread a whole load of bramble into areas that I didn't know because my chains have chucked them everywhere. So it can be kind of, sometimes it can be counterproductive, but most of the time it's still a lot of fun.
A bramble can grow 4 inches in a day.
No, I fucking
grow 4 inches in a day.
Jesus, it's more than me. No, good grief, that is nuts.
That's a nice challenge. Yeah, good. Like, next man cave barbecue. Can you grow more than Rambo? Yeah.
Oh dear.
What I'm looking forward to do next this year is get the aircon in the next month or so as well. But then towards the end of the year, then I've got to do my next project, which is I'm looking at solar, and I'm thinking about those eco batteries that they do now, where you can stack them on wheels and move them around, so you can have 10 batteries in total, 5 on one stack, 5 on another, and have so literally I'll be looking to.
Yeah, seriously, if you want to chat to someone about it, Jamie, I know, is very up to date because he's been going to he just went to a really massive solar fair they had in Madrid, right? But he's super up to date on all of it, and he'll be able to give you some really good advice. But I can also give you advice on like the Bluettis and stuff that you're talking about, those smaller stackable ones. All of them have got shitloads of them because they always keep giving them for reviews, right? On YouTube, and they're not always reliable. Even ask Louise, that Solo Expat Plus. So she's had a whole load of problems with it. So you have to be really careful with what you get. But speak to Jamie; he'd be able to tell you exactly what the best thing to get is. I think is a really good idea. And
No, I'm glad Solar Pete's on here because you guys, like, yeah, I know you're up to date with this. At least you're tapped into it.
And I'll be honest with you.
No, because like down here everyone's trying to do solar as well and this and that, and especially after blackout, and then like nobody can sort out because like you can't, it's hard to get a straight answer / like you get wide.
I'll be honest with you. The last time I was in Portugal, we landed in Faro Airport. We stopped off at Leroy Merlin in Lule, and I was looking at the aircon stuff. And whilst I was looking at the aircon stuff, because the aircon stuff and the solar panels are also like basically next door to each other. So there's this English guy that comes in and says, "Oh, I'm looking for," let's say his name's George. "I'm looking for George. George is on his break at the moment. What is there anything I can help you with?" "Well, George advised me on getting this solar array and this solar batteries, and now I found out that I can't add anything to them, which is pretty poor, really. So I spent a lot of money on them, and I thought to myself, this guy needed Jamie, but it's too late."
It is. It's always the way I always think is that you might need to spend a bit more money initially, but it'll save you money in the long term. It's like when our school uniform used to be from bloody John Lewis, and yeah, it was stinky and horrible, and I really hated it, but it did last you pretty much the entire time. There was nothing you could do to it that would the fucking stuff. So yeah, I always think
it's gonna be smelly anyways. Might as well get the life out of it. Yeah.
Smelled piss. It was awful. It was sort of traditional tartan, and
like it made it the traditional way.
Horrible thing, but there you go.
Good horse hair and horse urine. Beautiful combination.
If you went down the hill, Pete, from that school with the axe boy. So if you continue down the hill to Shooters Hill roundabout,
down there
straight over the Sun and the Sands roundabout till you get to Blackheath, and then you would literally turn left as if you're going towards the Blackheath village, and there's a private school just on the side there, St. German's Place. It's been there since 1853, sorry. And we had burgundy blazers. So the year in the 80s, I think it was 82 or 81, when burgundy was in fashion. Yeah, it was fantastic. But when those blazers got wet, God, they stank as well.
Burgundy sounds a lot better. Mine was like pea green. It was really quite.
I was gonna say like of course if it was made of natural dyes, and then like we figure like what dye to make this coat this color. Yeah.
Well, you see, our school uniform was all like artificial fibers, like crimpline and all that sort of stuff, right? So they were a lot easier to wash the blood out of and all that sort of stuff. So
yeah.
Yours, they weren't tan.
Great. It was like Grange Hill was a kind of aspirational thing for me, honestly. With the fucking Ponzi private school I was at, it was much better than being molested by monks. There you go. So I still think it.
It could always be worse, couldn't it, Pete?
They had a TV show, Grange Hill, right? Or at least it was
a really big thing for. I'm sure all of us.
No. I as a American, of course, I did actually watch it. I don't know when.
Just say no. Yeah. Just say no.
Samo, yeah, my God.
Just say no. Just say no as they were doing drugs in the house. Just say no.
What were they doing? They were doing.
I do remember that.
Wasn't he? He was introducing crack pipes to children's TV. I think is a fantastic move. We had some fucking bizarre things. I thought Grange Hill was bad, but did you ever see Children of the Stones? Have you ever heard of that?
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Scary fucking hell, man.
I think it was the soundtrack on that more than anything. It was just fucked up, wasn't it? Really?
It was so scary, and that had Blake from Blake 7 that never appeared. I love the fact that he never appeared in any of the episodes, did he? He was in like the first 2. He wasn't there for the next 3 series or something. So.
I think the king of these really seriously disturbed kids programs was a bit of a toss-up between 2 programs. We used to have one called the Singing Ringing Tree, which was just awful. It got this dwarf in it, right? And he was really fucking evil. He used to go around and set fire to things, and he was nasty to creatures and stuff. and it was all done in like this super saturated color, like somebody was on LSD. And then to rival that, I remember
we had shows that still determined, like when I was young.
Oh,
like
Banana
that.
Splits. There was another one. I mean, that was somebody off the phase on drugs. There was another one.
Yeah. I mean, there was one that, like, you know how you get Saturday morning cartoons. There was like a Sunday morning cartoon which would have like religious cartoons, but then it'd also be this like weird hippie psychedelic crap that like and just nothing good happens. It's just disturbing for no reason.
Oh, we had brilliant ones. We had Captain Pugwash, Kent. That was just awesome. If you think about stains and masturbates and
it just ugly ass puppets doing ugly ass things. Yeah, like but yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Rainbow.
Can I ask a question? And it's always puzzled me. And I've never figured it out yet. Rupert the Bear, right? They did a TV series of him, right? Yeah. And do you remember Raggedy? That strange fucking twig
Raggedy.
thing. What the fuck was it? What was it? I still don't. He used to appear in his bedroom and like torment him and stuff, and like hang around in corners and dark places. What was it?
Oh, I don't.
You also had Zebedee as well, didn't you?
Oh, that
Raggedy, Zebedee, Pigsy.
Yeah. Oh, Pigsy.
Yeah. And then also as well.
Yeah, Monkey. And do you remember? But Zippy, Bungle, and they were Rod, Jane, and Freddie. We had some fantastic telly. Really, to be honest, it was monumentally better than watching Mr. Beast. I think in terms of just pure greed.
Honestly, Ken, in your spare time, just Google the Singing Ringing Tree. You won't find a more twisted, stranging program. Honestly.
Oh, you know what? Okay, so you're taking the Singing Ringing Tree for your country takedown. No, I'm just kidding. I'll look it up. I have heard of the bear one, because I've seen people post pictures of like some.
Yeah. But I still don't know what Raggedy was. It still puzzles me now.
Yeah. So I've never seen the show, but I've seen images from it.
Were you too old for
Over Christmas?
Loved Will the Wisp with Kenneth.
I remember Will the Wisp. Yeah.
Oh, I remember Will the Wisp. Over Christmas, we was watching the Celebrity Apprentice with we was watching the Celebrity Apprentice with what's his name, Alan Sugar, and they had to make these gingerbread biscuits for children in need. And then my son,
I'll put you in charge for a second. I'm just because you're the host for a second. I gotta go tinkle. So
okay, so he was watching Children in Need, and so you've got like Pugsy the bear there, and it's BBC. It's a special for BBC Children in Need, and all of a sudden, my son turned around and he said, "The BBC have got no right or place to be doing anything around children right now."
You're right. I tell you what, you've probably seen it, Chris, and Gary, I don't reckon you have, but it's bloody brilliant. Is Can You Keep a Secret? Have you seen that yet?
I remember that. Yes, I can remember that.
No, it's only just come out. It's like a new one.
There used to be a program. Can You Keep a Secret? But that was an old program.
This one has got Dawn French and Mark Heap. I love Mark Heap. Right? I just think he's fantastic. And it's a kind of semi-true story. Gary, do you remember that story about 2 years ago where, maybe it was longer than that, where they found a guy who tried to claim he was dead on the life insurance? They found him on a canoe in Brazil or something. And there'd been another one where he'd been
Panama.
Yeah, in Panama, that's it. And then there'd been another one where he'd been hiding in the house. He'd basically been there for like 6 months, right? So this is a kind of parody on that. So they basically, he gets signed off by a doctor who's too scared during COVID to touch anyone as being dead, and then wakes up later after he's taken too many pills, right? And then she goes along to explain to the funeral director, and the funeral director fucks up and assigns them a body that isn't hers, right? And then she gets the life insurance, and they kind of tell their kids later on, but it's quite good. It's it's a really nice sort of dark comedy to watch. I would thoroughly recommend it. If you get a chance to watch it, it's really good. So I know they brought the first episode out, but I think the rest are coming, but it's genuinely quite funny. And Mark Heap is just brilliant. And it's all about Alzheimer's as well. So the guy who did it was a writer for Rick Vicar of Dibley, but he got diagnosed with Parkinson's. Actually, that's it, not Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. when he was 40 and had to go through all these things where, you know, he just regularly shits himself or wheeze. He was saying reminds me of Max, actually. He was saying how in part of the script is, I'm really proud I managed to wee myself in every major supermarket in the village. I don't know. I think I'm going to get to that state at some time. Yeah, I don't know. That's all the joys to look forward to for later on. Oh, man. So have you cleared the land quite a lot then, Gary? Because I went round to a mate of mine and I got really depressed because it was all completely clear. Have you done loads on your area? Have you got the garden done? And
to be honest, I've done very little in the garden. I haven't really had time because of all the other stuff. But where I am here, there isn't really that much in the way of forest or trees around me, so we're pretty clear. Les Roches, I don't have that much land there, but there is a lot of trees around me, but they don't belong to me. So I'm hoping this law will come in and they'll make them take them down pretty rapidly because they are really close to the house.
He loves it.
I'll see forever. I'll see for miles if they do that.
You'll have a beautiful view, man. That would be awesome. You could build some sort of viewing balcony off one of the sides of them. That'd be lovely. It's lovely. A lovely place.
Eagle's nest, doesn't that need a machine gun nest or something?
I think you could have, man. Honestly, having a view is just so nice. I can't believe it. Like, we had a flock of chaffinches over the other day, and as usual, the birds are really stupid here, so they fly straight into the window, knock themselves sort of semi-unconscious. Hopefully, most of the time, semi-unconscious, not completely out. And then I get a chance to look at them, and it's like the jigsaw puzzles I did when I was a kid. They're literally about a meter away from me. It's just awesome, and you'll get exactly the same thing where you are. And if they do chop them down, you're right, you'll get an amazing view. It's lovely. It's just a lovely thing to watch. Beats TV.
It does. Especially on top of that little bit of hill I've got there, the high bit as I call it. That'd be lovely.
Lovely, man. It's a really nice place. I think you've done really well getting that place.
But we had our Philomena come past, and she's you've met her, haven't you?
She's lovely.
And she'd got some. She's always got the opinion on, hasn't she? And there was some fava beans in it. She goes, "Oh," she saw a bit of empty land, and it's like, before I could even stop her saying, "I don't really want anything planted there," she planted about 12 plants of fava beans. Like, get on with that. They've really come up well. They're really probably,
It's excellent for veg at the moment. Did you plant anything? I did like leeks and onions. Obviously my lettuce got killed off by the frost, but beetroot's doing fine. I've got loads of stuff that's doing pretty well. It's been great weather for it, honestly. All that rain.
You know what, Pete? The next time I come to yours, I'm going to take one of your beetroots because I've gone beetroot crazy at the moment, making beetroot juice. Literally, I've been peeling the skin and then putting it in a pan. And then chopping up the rest of the beetroot and putting that in the pan as well. So I do that every night before I go to bed. So in the morning, that's the first drink I have on an empty stomach before I go to work. And so I'm doing that to help lamb.
I'm getting that sauna partly for the same sort of reasons, just health-wise. They did a study in Finland, which I think has the most saunas, and one in Norway. On average, if you use a sauna from 3 to 4 times a week, you can. I think it's you get an extra 30 to 40% survival rate amongst men of our age. So I'm trying to do the same thing. And eating beetroot like that, I always figure it's really weird. Nick was saying to me he's got to go into the doctors to have his cholesterol checked. But I just think out here we eat so much healthier. Gary, I'm pretty sure you must agree in terms of most things are home cooked, they're not processed. It's really easy to get access to super fresh ingredients and grow your own stuff. Yeah. I mean, your potatoes, Gary, I bet taste better than any potatoes you bought from a shop because they're not great.
When you grow them yourself, they're fresh. They come straight out of the ground. They've not had chemicals on them. They're just as you picked them that day, and they are just beautiful.
They're delicious, and it's better for you. And I can taste, like, if I get chicken from the butchers or I go to Lidl, I can taste the difference immediately. Yeah, there's a lack of water in there. Everything we're eating is healthier. Admittedly, once I pack the smoking in, I've got like 6 more packs to go, and then, then my new
Are they all numbered, Peter? They're serial numbered.
but yeah,
Each pack, right? Not just the packs, each pack, literally.
yeah. Once I've done that, I think Dice health scare has made me realise that I need to be a tiny bit healthier, and the fact that I went and got checked out, and he said to me, most Portuguese people, when they get the all clear after they've been smoking for as long as you, they think they've won the lottery, but actually they've only got 3 years before they're fucked, right? So, and I don't want to see that lung specialist. He's enough motivation for you not to get cancer. Honestly, he's the most boring looking, deathly man you could ever you might as well be dead if you're going to have loads of appointments with him every week. Honestly. It's like meeting Dr. Death. So I can imagine that's the sort of job you do. Oh, I can really make a difference. I can really be passionate. And then after about 20 years, you just think, I just see people that are dying all the time. That's all I ever
Can't be good, can it? Can't be great for your own well-being.
It's like being a vet, isn't it? Oh, I want to help animals. Oh, how many cats have you killed this week? It's
not great.
Those bad jobs to choose, I reckon. That's it. Oh man. But no, Gary,
Going back to work this week was hard after having nearly 3 weeks off work and then getting up on Monday morning. You know, it's flipping dark. The only good thing about going into work on Monday morning, a lot of fuckers didn't go in, so the train wasn't that bad. But I met some friends on Tuesday uptown after work for a meal. And then on the train on the way home, it was just disgusting. It's like someone had all their lunch and it looked like it was like dry bread when you crush it up, and they just threw it all over the center of the carriage. And I thought to myself, there's a bin right there. Why would you do that? Well, you'd only do that if that's what you really wanted to do. And you know, these modern trains now, they've all got cameras on them, you know, like 3 or 4 cameras per carriage, so you can't get away with what you're doing. You know, it's crazy.
I hate saying,
you know, and then,
they probably get away with doing that where they live. You know, it's horrible the way it's just like a
friend was telling me whether it's the same here in Portugal, but the supermarkets in Britain, you know, they have these security guards on the doors and stuff, and they're no good. They can't touch them. But if somebody nicks something, they can't touch them. So what's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point? I mean, you know.
Yeah. I suppose it's deterrent, isn't it? In Portugal, I love the security guards because you get like varying sizes. One of my mate's brothers is a security guard, and he's the smallest security guard you've ever seen, Gary. Honestly, my God, he's about 4'3", right? Honestly, it's like he can hardly get over the counter of the security thing. And I just love that. I think it's just fantastic. But you don't need them so much, do you? Because I don't worry about a lot of things when I'm here that I know I'd worry about if I was back in England. And it's taken me a long time to get into that state. And with Chris, for you, if you actually ever do get the chance to move permanently, it will make such a difference. It takes a long time to adjust from the stress levels that you have in London. I'm surprised. Was the weather really bad then, Chris? That storm, what is it, Gujarati or something like that? Or was meant to be...
Well, yeah, it's pretty bad in central England, definitely. There was a bit windy in London, but it wasn't terribly bad down south as it was in like around Birmingham in the Midlands. But I would say the rain it was just non-stop. You know, and cause I'm on the 9th floor of my building, and it started to snow in London on Tuesday, and then it just stopped. And everyone was saying, "Oh, I like it when it snows." I can't fucking stand it when it snows. I just want to be in the warmth or somewhere that's mild,
because it doesn't settle. It just turns into grey, shitty slush. Just portable rock, essentially within like 2 or 3 hours. It's only lovely when it's just landed. It looks lovely, but then after that, it just looks horrible, and it's just foul to be around, isn't it? Oh,
it looks lovely when you're behind a window in a warm house without your jacket on. But literally, that pavement behind the Tate Modern is lethal. Because if it's cold and frosty, I got off the train on Tuesday and I started to walk, and I took 2 steps and I started to slide, and so I took another 2 steps and I thought, no, I'm not doing this. So I started to walk in the road, because like everyone else, you could see them walking on the pavement. So many people went over, literally. So nothing like a bit of bitumen or something like that to keep you happy.
The worst road surfaces I've ever come across, especially pavements, are here in Portugal. They have these shiny calçadas that they put on the pavements. Might as well, even the slightest bit of moisture, let's say it's a hint of rain or something, right? And you're in Lisbon on one of these blindingly sharp hills, and you've got basically no grip whatsoever. You could basically slide down the whole thing. It's nuts. There's a couple of places I know in Lisbon where if it's rained, you just can't go down there without taking a tumble. Honestly, it's
taking your life in your hands. That's for sure.
And those are a death trap, aren't they, Garvo? You know what they're like. You know the shiny ones. Yeah. Why the fuck do they put them on the pavement?
You know what? I've discovered this. I used to have a pair of shoes, right? And if you've got rubberized soles, it's not so bad. They'll get some purchase. But if you have that harder sole shoe, right, you are rounded in big trouble, because you just like skiing down the hill most, aren't you? It's like
you need your poles, don't you?
You got no chance. Your legs are going all over the place like some demented spider.
London's pretty bad though, Chris. I totally agree with you. And you've got more things to fall under or in between or whatever else. So that sounds like a nightmare.
You're either going to get taken out by the frosted pavement, or taken out by someone on a bike, or taken out by a car, or taken out by someone on a bike who's stealing your mobile phone, or trying to steal your mobile phone. They're literally we're at the Founders Arms, which is on beside the Thames, and all these guys had their laptop bags around this table, and then they saw someone crawl underneath the table and steal one of the laptop bags. And they said, "Oh, that's my bag." So the guy just put it down and just walked off casually. This is how it's crazy. It really is absolutely crazy.
I'll tell you something, so Chris, right? The last time I went back to Britain, and it's only because I suppose it's a relatively new thing. Is when you're walking around the town centres and you get these food delivery guys like Just Eat, right? And they're on electric bikes, some of them. They're just I'm just not used to it, right? The amount of times I've got nearly mowed down by a Just Eat guy, it's incredible. I mean, I understand you, James, on your little bike thing.
It's battery operated, and they don't have lights on.
Just the pavement. Yeah,
Ken, have you done that to look like Harry Potter? Because I think you are. You're looking very Harry Potter-ish with that. With the scarf.
When you come to the new place, I have a lot of Harry Potter stuff going on here because, we actually have, because I'm in the attic space. There's actually a little cot that's in this little. You slide this door back, and there's there's a lamp in there and a little cot, and so So we actually have that because I bought the place done up. So that's I actually have the space for that.
So what's your
right, guys? I'm going to have to love you and leave you. I've got to get up in the morning, and I'm knackered.
Yeah, I'm off
to
Spain.
I was hoping to have I wonder if anyone's still there when I get back. Yeah, I'm either going to Alentejo tomorrow or not. Looks like not now. I checked my phone because I was as you know, since I there's an interesting event there that I was going to go to. I was looking for a ride because I don't drive, and I'm not going to take a little bus all the way to Alentejo, and back in the day. But looks like I'm not going. But I got stuff in the morning other ways, and I'm sure Garbo's got rocks waiting, right?
I got wood this time.
Wood. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Hard as a rock, soft as wood. So yeah.
Oh, oh man, I've got to take
it's good to see everyone. I'm going to look up Singing Tree. I got Garvo for Cuba, Pete for Greenland, and Taiwan, and Major. What do you got? Who's going to go down?
Well, maybe next week when the Sunday guys come back, we can add to that list. We've got some bits, some other returning gentlemen who might want to add to that list.
Oh yeah, I thought when I was out having because I had a little tinkle, and then I also had a cigarette, multitasking as it were, not at the same divide and conquer. But the Yeah, I was saying, like, what do you think? Do you think someone takes a go at the Falklands again? Do you think now that you think a couple boats, a couple gunmen are gonna like try to march in there
A
again?
small island might not be a bad bet though, mightn't it? You might get someone invading.
Yeah, I was saying that there's some small islands out there with the Penguin Island, the Penguin Island with that Penguin Island that currently has really high tariffs. They maybe maybe they're looking for a liberator. Maybe we pay them $100,000 each to to let the planetary boys.
You know what? What's is it the Easter Island where there's nothing there?
Okay, I'm putting Major down, and I'll write down privately what Major's name is.
Easter Island.
You never know. You can go for anything.
All right, you got Easter Island.
Great stuff, guys. Take care.
Okay, you got Easter Islands. I know you can't commit otherwise. All right.
Oh, lovely. Well, I think I'm going to head off as well, man. So take care, everyone. Have a lovely weekend. It's lovely seeing you and really nice to chat to you.
I'm sure you got a festa you're going to. Yeah.
No, we're taking my mate's daughter off to a market in Spain and going to have some tapas tomorrow. I think that's all we've got planned.
Sounds good. Enjoy.
Yeah, it should be lovely. Weather's meant to be nice tomorrow as well again. So wasn't bad today. So cold but sunny is what I like. It's much nicer.
Okay, gents. Enjoy your weekend then.
Yeah, I'm sure you're splitting wood or whatever. Yeah. So
well, just some more logs really to cut. We've got big log piles we've got to chop down. So I need some good weather. But I'm happy with that.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah, and of course you got to set fire to the bird of paradise.
It's my lumberjack. It's my lumberjack phase. I've got to go and do all that sort of stuff, haven't I? So
yeah. I mean, I knew you grew out the beard. Yeah, there you go.
Let's see.
Yeah, I know. I can't go. All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining. And good night. We'll see you next week.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao. Up your bum.